might have been things I missed, but don't be unkind. Weight loss journey for a while. Then it turned into a health journey after my weight loss surgery. Well, sort of like plateaued, even though I've done every fucking thing since then. So I'm working on fat loss. Yes. And I am going to be 59 years old. And let me tell you, it is not easy. Now, so it was low fat, 60 grams of protein, about 150 minutes of fitness per week per my doctor, under 1,000 calories. And let's see what else. 64 ounces of water a day. What else? Vitamins and supplements. And so that lasted for about 2 solid years. No snacks, no fast food, no soda, nothing, no fruit, just low carb and protein first, right? And I followed that. That's the tenets of weight loss surgery. So around year 2, I was heavily involved in triathlon. I was an endurance athlete, ran hundreds of, I ran 36 half marathons, maybe about 30, somewhere around there, triathlons, duathlon. Hey, that's quite an accomplishment, non-scale victory. So I have a food issue. Yes, I do. And I have a body dysmorphia issue. Yeah, I have to come to the realization that I am 59 years old. I will never go back to a body that I had way back when. I was about 114 pounds or 15 pounds when I was about 13 years old, 1973. Yeah. Little itty bitty titty community. And I always wore a string bikini. Never had an issue with food, never was interested in food, didn't really exercise enough because back in the day, nobody did it. We were just active. My mother was his weight, so it wasn't fair to him to eat in front of him, so we ate just like him. And my mom didn't have, not really a weight issue. She was a little overweight. She had these enormous, gigundai watermelon breasts, and she had a very wide rear end. So probably that's where I get I used to be an hourglass. I have a lot of muscle. I never had a lot of belly fat. Visceral fat is the fat that's the most dangerous, right? So I've always had a tiny waist. I've always been snatched. But I'm postmenopause. And I've had a lot of ass fat, but ass fat, believe it or not, is not dangerous, not like visceral fat around your organs. So you might want to research that yourself. Visceral fat is the most dangerous, yeah. The weight that you carry around your abdominal cavity, and that's around your internal organs, that is the most dangerous. So I got laid off in June of 2017. That probably was the best thing for me as far as getting back to shape. I've been working on myself, and I'm considered semi-retired. I might go back to work. I might not. I'm living my best Zen life. I'm working on meditation. I'm working on my spirit. I'm working on stress. I'm working on my sleep. And now I'm circling back to weightlifting. Yeah, and yoga. Those are the kind of things. And I just started getting interested in speed walking. I just close the chapter and move on in my life. I can't look like a beauty. I'm aged and I have to live with it. And if I had about $20,000 that somebody give me, sure, I'd go and get a nip and a tuck. Yay! I get some liposuction, and a lot of people are wanting this snatched look, like these real Victorian type waists and these enormous rear ends that have this fat, gigantic fat in them. I'm not interested in the fat. I'm in the muscle booty. Yeah, I want the muscle, baby. Muscle. So I have some products I'd like you to look at. This is, my husband bought it for me. It's called Vita Life. This has stevia. It's a pretty good product. It is hot out here. I do 2 types of exercise or 3 types of exercise a day. Now I'm into swimming again. I'm back in the pool, and I'm really anti-chlorine, but whatever. So yeah, it's called Vita Life, and it's pretty good product. It has no calories, and it's doesn't have any chemicals, or it has vitamins, so it's good for the sun, and it's sweetened with stevia. That's the only sweetener that I use, unless it's natural honey, and I don't use a lot of that. This is my favorite drink, Ultima, the bomb. Is this organic stevia, or sometimes I'll get it from Aldi. I'm living on a dime, so things are cheap for me. I need to buy the best quality of food that I could buy. And yeah, because my budget is tight. Yay. So I do a little artwork. This is my artwork. And then I'm doing a little bit of collage in the background. And then this signifies my gardening, my plant hands. Yeah, so I do a little art therapy, and I do reading. The reading that I'm doing now is I'm working on my glutes and my, so I'm going back to my NASM and my anatomy and physiology. I'm doing the 2019 challenge for walking, right? For walking, I'm learning to what you call speed walk, and it's a real thing. It's an Olympic sport. You can check it out. Maybe I'll find a video and I'll link it to this video. Speed walking, it's a real thing. It's an Olympic sport, and it's yeah, it's pretty cool. So there's a technique to it, and maybe I'll be making some videos on that one. Yeah, so because I can't jog anymore. I can't jog. I have a bum hip and some other things, weird things going on. I don't have any health insurance, so I don't want to blow anything out. No. So yeah. So the realization is real when you get a certain age, you know. Can't be beautiful forever, right? Can't be snatched forever unless you have a big bank account and you can go in for a nip and a tuck every couple of years, you know, like the movie stars do. I'm not a movie star. So yeah, what I like to read is hobby farms about the animals. I do have 2 organic gardens for pollinators, and I do have some greens growing. I like to read Consumer Reports. I like to read a lot of medical journals, Life Extension. This is a natural magazine we can get around here. This is also a free magazine. It's called Natural Awakenings. I'm very natural. I like to use natural products. I don't like chemicals. I don't like chemicals on my body, on my hair, inside my body. I don't take any pharmaceutical medication, hair dye. And then I like to wear my clip-in braids. I like that. I like the look. Yeah, so this is some recipes. I like to read up about science things and, you know, different things. Keep up on the medical literature. You online, you can find anything. You can learn anything. You don't even have to leave your home. YouTube is a great resource. I live in over 55 active community. We have a lot of clubs here. I see the repercussions of women, especially women that don't exercise. What happens is you're, you know, as I can see, I got a lot of muscle, but I still have a lot of fat, and I'm inflamed today, and I have a lot of swelling. But as you age, you lose muscle. Right, you lose muscle. And everybody loses muscle. You know, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's almost 70 years old. He doesn't have that big strapping body, that big muscular body. No, muscles deflate. You have to use your muscles every day and some kind of compound movement. So that's working on, right now I'm working on my glutes and I'm working on my butt. those are the kind of things that I'm working on, different parts of my body during the week. It's a 6-week challenge, and combined with everything else, this is my life. This is ongoing. It never stops. I constantly evolve. I change it up. I'm never doing the same thing. I'm never eating the same way. Now I'm doing farm to table, and let's see, because I have a lap band that's unfilled, and I have sometimes restriction, but your body gets used to restriction. Your body will get used. Your body will adjust, and you'll probably lose inches, and you might lose fat. The third year is maintenance, and if you hadn't got it right, if you haven't learned the proper mechanics, the proper eating style, the proper way to eat before you had weight loss surgery on your pre-op diet, your educational program, if you didn't have an educational program with your plan, dude, or a new way, or just trying to make it work, because I'm trying to be a better me, and I'm trying to keep out of the cancer, because cancer loves sugar. So I'm very anti-sugar. I'm very anti-chemical, and I do some kind of fitness, some kind of movement 2 hours a day, or possibly more. So I'm living my best Zen life. And I get a proper amount of sleep. I regulated my circadian rhythm. I get in the bed after the sun goes down, and I start to awaken when the sun comes up. Yes. So that's my dogma for today, and I wish you well. And all my subscribers, I thank you very much for tuning in and watching what I'm doing thus far. You're going to be seeing some new content. I'm not embarrassed about my body. I'm very body positive, because it may not be perfect, but I'm working on me, and I'm being the best me that I can possibly be. So I've always been very transparent. You're not going to get a hustler here. I'm not a hustler, and I'm telling you the truth, and I'm very transparent, and my struggles are my truth. So anyway, I wish you luck, and I wish you a very happy day. Stay positive. And I'll see you in the next video.